I've been following the Coleco Chameleon for a bit, and I kind of feel like I gotta say something. Now, my understanding is the Coleco Chameleon started off as the Retro VGS. It was a failed Indiegogo Kickstarter thing. I mean, apparently they wanted, what was it, 2 million, and they only raised, 3% of that? And they tried to do this Kickstarter without even a working prototype. Yeah. The idea of the console it's interesting. It's like an old console that uses cartridges. You put your cartridge in, you turn the machine on, and away you go. And in principle, I like that. But there's something you've got to bear in mind, right? They're trying to attract indie developers. Now, indie developers don't have the resources to put out games and make sure there's absolutely no bugs. Because once you put a game on cartridge, that's it. You can't update it. And your only options are to live with the bugs in that said cartridge, or return the cartridge and get a new one with hopefully all the bugs fixed. For better or for worse, updates, patches, DLC, it's here. It's here for a good reason. People want additional content and they're willing to pay for it. And if a game has problems, they can be fixed afterwards. It's annoying, but it's there for a good reason. So to try to create a brand new old school console where you sell games without the ability to update them is just ridiculous. Well, anyway, basically the Retro VGS basically didn't go anywhere, but now it's been renamed the Coleco Chameleon. And recently they showed it off at the New York Toy Fair, where apparently it got some good buzz, but it also got a lot of skepticism. I saw some pictures, and the theory is inside it was just a mini SNES. Yeah, mini SNES. You can tell because of the way the position of the power port and the video output. It didn't have any of the ports they said it was going to, and they denied it at first. And then eventually they said apparently they used the back end of a SNES Mini because apparently that was the easiest way to hook up power and video for their prototype. I mean, if they were just using a SNES Mini inside a Atari Jaguar shell, yeah, just as a proof of concept, that's fine, but you have to state that is a proof of concept, not a prototype. And if they're gonna, and when they do their Kickstarter again for the Coleco Chameleon, they've got to actually have a prototype and show it, because apparently you can't actually start a Kickstarter for a piece of hardware without having a prototype. So let's talk about the Coleco Chameleon. Well, again, it's everything that the Retro VGS was, but it's got the Coleco name on the front. I don't get why they kept the Atari Jaguar shell. I don't get it. I mean, it looks ugly. And what's strange is, I mean, when the Atari Jaguar failed, they basically sold the molds, and they were used as dentist cases for dentist equipment, which was just ridiculous. So they licensed that out, used that shell for their console. I mean, I wouldn't have thought it'd cost that much more to design your own shell as opposed to licensing out one from a failed system. Well, anyway, the Coleco Chameleon's got the shell of Atari Jaguar. The controller I've seen, apparently, from what I've read, it's just a third-party Wii U controller with the Coleco Chameleon sticker strapped on the front. Yeah. I'm not impressed. I mean, Coleco's not going to. The name Coleco's not going to mean a lot to a lot of people, and for those it does mean something. That's not enough to make you want to buy a system that's not going to cost you that much less than a current gen system, and there's no guarantee on games. I mean, for all we know, this is a system. It's meant to, this system is a quick cash in. They release it, they release 10 games, and that's that. It could very well be that. I mean, granted, apparently you'll be able to run emulators on there, but I don't know. I'm not particularly impressed, and I don't think the second Kickstarter for I suppose their second attempt to kickstart this system, I don't think it's going to work. You know what might help? More duct tape. Yeah, before I head off, I'll talk about one more thing. Yeah, when they showed off the Coleco Chameleon at the New York Toy Fair, yeah, the system was practically held together by duct tape. Yeah, it probably needed more duct tape. Again, that's my thoughts on the Coleco Chameleon. Everything, warts included, and duct tape. Thank you for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this system.